And now we're doing calls for impeachment. Why? What is Donald Trump trying to hide? And now we're doing calls for impeachment. Why?
Welcome, Patriots, to the U.S. Department of Winning. How are you guys doing today? This is the Matrixxx Groove Hour. It is 1:03 p.m. on the East Coast, July 10th. We had a slurry of Q posts, a slurry, a booming, boom. Many booms dropped by Q Anon and the team. And I want to welcome my partner in justice, Shady Groove, to the show. Shady.
Matrixxx, how you doing today, my friend?
Wow, man, I don't think I could be any better.
This is pretty incredible out here, isn't it?
It is incredible. Just breaking news right now. I want to report that there are arrests happening right now in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, yep.
Yep. Their former director of Health Insurance Administration, Angela Avila, arrested right there. Let me see. I've got a bunch more. It's happening, guys. So arrests are happening. What happened in Puerto Rico? Remember the hurricane and the payments and all the aid, and Trump was very disappointed in the aid not getting there. We also had the Puerto Rican power head of the power company there resign on the keep the list and Q post when they were talking about resignations. Shady. Are we getting a Q post, Shady?
It sounds like it's already happening.
All right, here it is. Oh my God. Okay. All right, really hard to swallow.
And there we go.
Fake news keeps you asleep. Sheep affixed in a pre-staged false reality narrative. Google altering search results to support the pre-designed narrative and make harder for one to learn the truth. Those with influence who challenge the narrative are banned, shunned, threatened. Planned Parenthood is good narrative. China is not a threat narrative. Do you know the market price for a fetus? Correlation of the market price and days old of fetus baby. As age days increase, so does the value. D's block Born Alive bill. Planned Parenthood political donations. What a party. Do you believe this has anything to do with women's right to choose? Welcome to the real world, Q. And that picture is very disgusting, guys. I am so sorry. But the reality, it is hard to swallow for most. The truth is not for everyone. Let's go to this article. Thank you, Q, for posting at the kickoff of our show. I really appreciate your support. Dems block Born Alive bill to provide medical care to infants who survive failed abortions. Senate Democrats on Monday blocked a Republican bill that would have threatened prison time for doctors who don't try saving the life of infants born alive during failed abortions, leading conservatives to wonder openly whether Democrats were embracing infanticide to appeal to left-wing voters. All prominent Democrat 2020 presidential hopefuls in the Senate voted down the measure, including Bernie Sanders of Vermont, Kamala Harris of California, Cory Booker of New Jersey, Kristen Gillibrand, who's got a brand, Nexium, of New York, Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota, and Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts. The final vote was 53-44 to end Democrat delaying tactics, 7 votes short of the 60 needed. Wow. There were 3 Democrats, however, that joined Republican to support the bill. Joe Manchin of West Virginia, Bob Casey of Pennsylvania, and Doug Jones of Alabama. 3 Republicans did not vote, apparently because of scheduling issues and plane flight delays, including Kevin Kramer of North Dakota, Linda Murowski of Alaska, and Tim Scott of South Carolina. Wow, guys.
Yeah, pretty disturbing stuff coming right off the bat here. We were kind of in gear to go a different direction there, but interesting post here by Q. And as Q says, the end will not be for everyone, and the choice to know is yours, guys. And that is part of that is part of the reality of this broadcast and our program is the choice to know is yours. And the truth is a lot worse than you could ever imagine. And we're getting a little taste of that right now. And I think that our time of sitting around and sitting on our hands, not saying anything about this stuff that's going on out there, Matrixxx, is kind of over.
Sandy White likes it when I said the United States Department of Winning.
That's who we are.
That's who we are, guys.
Guys, that's our new government department.
That's it, guys. I want to also show you this really quick before we get going. This is kind of a Q-proof, in my opinion. Just the start. Remember that, right? It's in this video that I'm about to play you about President Trump. And let's look at start. Placeholder population start August 2019. D class equals the start for the mass awakening. White House, ABCs, state, foreign. You are witnessing the systematic destruction of the old guard. May 2019 kickoff, start, offense. Enjoy the show. And let's take a look at this.
If there's one thing we've learned, he's not afraid to go it alone. And he does what he thinks is right. That's called having the courage of your convictions. And despite some hoping he fails, and America fail along with him, he just keeps fighting on. You see, he didn't get in this for pats on the back, the attaboys, or to make friends. He got into this to make America great again. And all we're capable of. And boy, is he. Not just the strongest economy in decades, strongest in the world. And he's made sure we're all sharing in this new American dream, and that we're keeping our promises. And instead of getting sand kicked in our face, we're now, once again, leading from the front, a swagger in our step, respect from our allies, fear from our enemies. President Trump has a phrase for all we've accomplished. He calls it just the start.
Very inspirational. Why do anons like that alert system? This is the United States Department of Winning.
This is the United States Department of Winning, and we are here. Carly Bond just got thanked by Judicial Watch. We have a new Q post. It goes to the Epic Times. Unchallenged allegations of a DNC computer hack permeated nearly all media coverage and were sprinkled throughout much of the Mueller report. But analysis of the files themselves show otherwise. And this is commentary by Adrian Norman of DC. Here is the article that Q wants us to look at. Let me just go here real quick and just put Q sent us. And then let's go ahead and put a link to this show, guys. Maybe we'll get some people over here. The Matrixxx Groove Hour. How about that? Ready? Boom. Q sent us. That's us right there. We're live right now. And that's the Epic Times. Unchallenged allegations. Okay, so let's go to that article. This is the Mueller investigation failed to provide evidence that the DNC was actually hacked. Ooh.
This is exactly what we want to talk about, Matrixxx.
You think?
This is where the rubber meets the road, as they say.
That's right. That's right. And, so in 2017, memorandum was sent to the White House from a group of former U.S. intelligence officials, including William Binney. William Binney is a Patriot, guys, by the way, has been mentioned in Q Post, former technical director of the NSA. No such agency, right? The team was a veritable who's who of accredited technical wizards. Comprising of former top brass from the NSA, CIA, U.S. Air Force Intelligence, Defense Intelligence Agency, National Intelligence Council, Senate Foreign Relations Committee, and IBM. The subject of the memo was their forensic analysis of the emails that were allegedly obtained from a hack at the DNC, Democratic National. Gosh, I hate when they say Democratic. It's Democrat National Committee. Why do they keep calling them Democratic?
They've said it for years. It is weird. It used to be Democrat, and now every news organization says Democratic in everything they write. It's almost everywhere.
Right. It's a false sense of you have a choice.
Yeah, they're kind of like trying to connect it to your system. You know, like it's instead of a party.
Like, you want a democracy, you got to vote democratically.
Democratically.
Right. Shady, you know, we use that word a lot lately because, you know, we're trying to fool everybody, just so you know.
Yeah, you gave everybody a lesson, Bill, yesterday on the problem, reaction, solution thing. You can't be letting the cat out of the bag like that. Whenever you tell people, they go research and then they learn things, Bill.
Problem, reaction, solution. You know, that David Icke guy did a really good song about that, you know, Shady.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear that David Icke song?
Yeah.
You have. Maybe Matrixxx will play it for you someday.
He probably will, buddy.
You think? You think Matrixxx will do that? Maybe he will. All right. So, oh my gosh, here we go. U.S. Department of Winning, because that's who we are. You know, we are the United States Department of Winning right here on the Matrixxx Groove Hour. You guys are part of that department. We are winning. So, unchallenged allegations of the computer hack permeated. Nearly all mainstream media coverage of the investigation were sprinkled throughout much of the final report from the special counsel Robert Mueller. The indictment of 12 Russians by Mueller asserts that the emails were obtained through a remote network breach. The indictment drones on and on about Russian military unit dubbed Unit 26165. And X-agent malware that supposedly allowed the DNC emails to be compromised. But analysis from the files themselves, analysis that Team Mueller either never conducted or never discussed, shows otherwise. What was revealed throughout the forensic analysis of the emails was that they were copied at speeds too high and have been hacked to transmitted over the internet. The metadata indicates that the emails had to have been copied locally by someone who had a physical address to the network, to some sort of mobile hard drive or flash drive. His name was Seth Rich.
Hashtag thumb drive.
We know. Oh my gosh, Bill. He knows too, doesn't he? But let's set that aside for a moment. The report also fails to account for the CIA's Marble Framework tool leaked to the public by WikiLeaks in its Vault 7 drop. Wow, this is a whole Q Post article, guys, that allows the agency to mask its hacking attacks to make it look like it came from another country, including Russia. Even if there was a hack, the only available evidence shows there wasn't. The CIA could have easily been behind it and left false digital footprints that blamed Russia. Lucas, thank you. Wexer, Mossad, Wexner is Epstein's handler. Yes, and Shady dug very, very heavily into that as well. Shady will, maybe we'll get into that a little bit later. Thank you for that, my friend. These are hardly minor details and should now be clear that the exculpatory evidence
exculpatory. There you go. You got it.
I got it. Is something that is neither the Mueller team nor establishment media are interested in providing to the public. Here's a friendly reminder that Mueller's team couldn't possibly have asserted with a high degree of confidence the emails were actually hacked because they didn't even examine the DNC server. Neither did the FBI. It is not consequential that the DNC refused to let anyone examine the server. The FBI just accepted the hack narrative based on the word of CrowdStrike.
And I don't think a lot of people understand this, that there was never an actual evidence turned over to the FBI for it to be investigated, and they're still running with the narrative that this was a hack by Russians. This whole thing is a hoax, everyone, and it's time for people to start really spreading this. This the whole thing about a Russian hack is a hoax. And this is, you said this is a Q proof. This is like 10 Q proofs.
Absolutely.
Bill Benny did the whole thing about where he exposed it was a thumb drive that was over a year ago. So this is really the like I said, where the rubber meets the road, because there was no Russian hack of the DNC. Seth Rich got the thumb drive out of there, took the emails, gave them to Julian Assange. And even Julian Assange has almost admitted that's who gave them to him. And then he was murdered by MS-13. That is what happened, guys. And this is like I said, this is the lead in, the start. You just played Matrixxx. You just played the start. This
is the start. 384. Q post 384 is Bill Binney. Q.
Mm-hmm. Also, I was actually looking for the video I wanted to get to drop to these guys. I'm trying to find that real quick, too.
All right. Do that. And let's continue on real quick with this article. The Mueller report repeatedly used words like hack and hacking, yet fails to offer a shred of evidence that a hack actually took place. The public is just supposed to accept on good faith a claim made by former FBI director under his own cloud of suspicion, who's investigating the current president in a case initiated by biased FBI officials whose investigation is based on the opposition research provided by the Russians and paid for by the president's political opposition, the Hillary Clinton campaign, and the DNC. I don't think you can word that better. That was absolutely an amazing paragraph right there.
Yes,
wow.
It was.
So look at this. I mean, after an investigation that had 19 lawyers, 2,800 subpoenas, 500 search warrants, 500 witnesses interviewed, and more than 230 orders for communication records, was not only was there no finding of collusion, conspiracy, or obstruction, we are also still left with a question about how the whole thing started. Who actually stole the DNC emails? B. LaForge, Q, Treasure Hunt. Yeah, we know this stuff. We didn't need any subpoenas. Anons know all this stuff already. We know who stole or got the DNC emails.
Yes, we do.
His name was Seth Rich. Thanks, Bill. I know. All right? I think we all know. And thank you, Q, for pointing us to this amazing article. Please feel free to post some more hints for us as we go through the show. What do you think? Wow is right. That's two already, and both shot out of a cannon post there. Yep. And we did. I also want to point out one more thing really quick too. Let me see. You said it was up here, right? Here it is. Okay, so yesterday, 7/8, we had a Q post that said, I think this is an in-your-face one. Flynn news coming on 7/8/19. Flynn news coming, right? And guess what happened on 7/9? Who tweeted Flynn news?
The president?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
You never. Who'd have thunk it?
Do you have Bill locked up in your office? Forrest, I do. He's back there.
He's kind of more of a free roamer.
Matrixxx, let me out of here. Matrixxx. Damn, Bill, settle down. All right, so yeah, he's locked
basically he just has to keep him out of the room he's in, but he's allowed to go.
All right, guys. So let's really quick. Let's kind of we were talking about Google, right? Look at Q posted about Google. In that Q post right down here, right? Fake news sheep, making it harder. Let me see. Google altering search results. Guess who tweeted about that? Shady. Guess who tweeted
Look at this.
About that?
About the Google altering the results?
Yes. Guess who tweeted about that? And the Anons know. We know, right? We know, guys. Also, he was hammering on our friend Bill Maher who actually is a bloodline. If you guys recall the Council on Foreign Relations, which are all pay-sewer companies, they bought 25 newspapers in the 1950s to control the conversation of the United States, of America, right? Guess who was one of those editors? Bill's dad, okay? So he is not just, Bill Maher, funny comedian. He is bloodline. Okay.
He's connected to the bloodline, and he really has been one of the loudest voices, right? I mean,
absolutely.
If you're looking back, he did a movie called Pizza Man. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think we have a picture of it here in the Q drops.
Okay, yeah, I think there was a picture of it, but I didn't actually remember the movie. I remember seeing some people talking about it from Q, but there was a scene in there where he blows up Donald Trump.
Yes, I have it actually on my Twitter. At one point, I actually ripped the video.
Yeah, it was just like the clip of it or something. I don't know, for whatever reason, some other people, it was older that I was seeing it. Some other people were talking about it, but I had never, I didn't recognize. I remember, I don't know. That's just so interesting to think about now that he had issues with Donald Trump way back then.
Oh yeah, man. They probably know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's they were all kind of sucking up to him though, and that was an interesting piece of that movie.
So look, here's a tweet from intheMatrixxx on February 24th, 2019 with 777 views. Ready?
1523. Well, here we are, Donnie. What's it going to be now? I still want my 1523.
I guess the only thing left to do is to kill you. Bulldoze the Ambassador Hotel and build the tallest, ugliest skyscraper in L.A. with you entombed in a cement foundation.
You bastard. You'd gridlock Wilshire Boulevard, wouldn't you?
I wanted to beat you, Elmo. Beat you at your own game. But if that means I have to kill you, well, so be it.
No, you can't. I love him. No!
Not the sausage, you fool! You'll blow us all up!
That's the idea, Donnie. Shoot me and we'll all go. Come on, get back! Ollie, in the corner!
No, Elmo. Let's negotiate this. I'm a master negotiator.
You still don't get it. All I want is my 1523.
No, never! You can have the palace. You can have the plaza. You can even have the Taj Mahal. But never will I give you your 1523.
All right, we'll do it your way. But this is for Vince and the kid.
So that movie was by Kid Love Productions. And just Jay Vega out there, Vega, that was a hat tip to you back in the day. That was February 24th, 2019. I just retweeted that if you guys want to share that around or not. But I'm pasting it right there in there for you so you guys can check that out as well. But see, we've had this before. We've had all these things before. Here's, a tweet that we just got, right? This is his Kid Love production. So let's go back to our Q post, Shady. Good point, man. Great.
Our future proves past here, and this is, wow. At Q post yesterday, keep bringing up, to go back, find the threads, see everything that was done before to now. This is an amazing adventure in information. I'll tell you that.
Right, and let's so we got this one yesterday, and everybody this was interesting. Q post, we covered it yesterday, so we'll just go ahead and keep going. When the fake news can't attack you directly using facts, they make stuff up. Right. Interesting. This is The Hunters Have Become the Hunted, and this is an article about Mr. Ed Buck, who was accused of human trafficking and revenge porn after a man dies in his home.
Multiple men have died in his home, number one, and he is well connected in California.
unleashing their fury outside Ed Buck's West Hollywood apartment building. The crowd gathered here less than 24 hours after a second African-American man died after being inside Buck's apartment.
If this was a black man and there were 2 white bodies found in his apartment, there is no way that he would not be in the jail right now, lawyering up.
The man who died this morning after being taken from Buck's apartment has not been identified, and we do not know the cause of death. Buck, a well-known political activist, came under fire less than 2 years ago in the summer of 2017.
Imagine
after
that.
Jamel Moore died of a drug overdose that happened in Buck's apartment. Buck was investigated but not charged.
2 black men have been found dead in his house. Is it going to take a third one?
At one point, the crowd turned on Buck's neighbors, accusing them of not doing enough to stop the deaths.
I'm not okay with people dying in his house and people not, and people like coming over here and dying. I'm like, doesn't matter what color skin they have.
Buck's attorney says the man who died here this morning was one of Buck's longtime friends. He says Buck was sober and he didn't give any drugs to the man who passed away.
This is not a situation where Mr. Buck has caused
Look
the
at
death.
that guy.
This is a situation where Mr. Buck has had longtime friends who unfortunately do not handle their life well.
Oh my God! Did you notice that it
Yes,
was
this morning.
Laurel Apartments? Do you guys understand
Wow.
what I mean, Laurel? Remember the Laurel thing? And POTUS even tweeted about that, Laurel, and you hear 2 different things. Do you remember that, guys? No?
That's interesting. I didn't actually see that until you just said it.
Yeah, Laurel Apartments was in the video. That's where this Buck guy lives. Very interesting. I don't know if it's a connection or a coincidence. I'm sure it's a coincidence, but interesting stuff. Very, very interesting. So that's what, we're having a little bit of bandwidth issues, but that's in regards to the hunters become the hunted. Boom, and that is a democratic donor.
Democratic.
Gosh.
It's very democratic.
I am so tired of that, guys. Right?
I know. I ended up saying it too. They've kind of ingrained it in our psyche to say it.
Looked like a Duke version of Kellyanne. Spud, you cracked me up.
Nice one, Spud.
All right, so this is so my numbers are off by 1. This is 3393. This is do we have the gold? Gold shall destroy the Fed. Right? Do we have the gold? Gold shall destroy.
We have the gold.
And look at this.
And the gold is in your news.
Trump Fed pick wants to revive the gold standard. Here's what that means. Hey, Shady, I think that you just saw the Fed Reserve Chairman today talking about the gold standard. Is that correct?
I did. I watched that this morning.
And
well, he told me that that having monetary policy connected to gold was a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
Yes.
Why is it a bad idea, do you think?
Well, because no one else in the world does this, and we haven't done it for many decades now, and that the 7 major global banks would be extremely resistant to such an idea.
Well, that's just too damn bad.
That's exactly what he was saying. I actually watched it this morning. They were asking, and it was funny. The Democrats that were there asking the questions of him, interestingly enough, they weren't staying for the other people asking questions. They were like sitting down and asking a question and leaving somebody else coming and sit. They were very happy that he was standing up against bullies, and they were very proud that he was not going to be swayed by the president of the United States. Interesting rhetoric coming about our monetary policy, considering the president of the United States is the boss. Hello.
Oh, do we have another Q post?
Hey
guys?
now.
All right, let's see what we got. Oh, here we go. I was just looking at this post today, too, interestingly enough. This is going to be 3407. Remember, I'm off by 1 right now until we get our thing fixed, which is being
Which
fixed.
one is? Oh, okay.
Okay, look at this.
Going back to 211.
Regarding border fight, worth remembering. I love the worth remembering stuff, man. All right, so this, Q wants us to look at this, all right? This is a Q post back from February 11th, the day before my birthday on 2019. And this is the Justice Department, Acting Attorney General and Homeland Security submit a joint report which impacts foreign, whatever. Only when the election harms the D Party, they will claim foreign interference. Keyword, foreign. What about domestic interference? Non-citizen votes by country, non-citizens promotion by country, non-citizens organizations by country, targeted districts breakdown by non-citizen data, etc. Or ACC data, ACC. Voter irregularities, internal. -2. Laws enacted in battleground areas as test for 2020. Voter roll screening review of non-votes, Democrat ballot pop. Track for sign. Submit late for count. Vote swing futures plus rule of law. New standard of no-show vote. SC 2019 scope case. Why do D's push for no voter ID in the U.S. elections? Why do D's push for open borders? Why do they push for open borders, Shady? Find the connection. Sometimes a map helps. What SC decision 6-3 ruled voter ID did not. Okay, so look, I think it's the stuff right here in the green that Q wants us to remember because it is important to remember, Shady. Worth remembering.
I'm actually I'm gonna grab those couple links and drop to you guys as well here, so you guys have those. But yes, very important to remember because all of this is there's going to be hearings and stuff. All this is getting ready to come out soon. Right.
Somebody's saying, please turn up the volume. The volume is 5x5. It's on your end, just so you know. We have technology to show us that our volume is 5x5, just so you know, trolls. All right. So, wow, Q, thank you very, very much. We are doing a live show with Q right now, and you. Thank you, Q. All right, I think this is possibly another Q proof as well. This is post 3175, okay? Democrats haven't been this mad at Republicans since we freed their slaves. Why are they attempting to rewrite history? D Party Con? You can run, but you can't hide. Guess who's running for president?
Mr. Steyer?
Oh, you can run, but you can't hide, Steyer. Huh? What do you think of that?
Well, I think that there may be, like I said yesterday, there may be more of them coming to the election soon. A lot of them are going to be inspired to be in service to the country.
Tom Steyer is not sleeping well these days. Attack a political opponent will not work. Justice is no longer blind to those with billions. And there's my president right there. Look at
and
that
we're
guy.
seeing that, man. We are seeing that justice is no longer blind, and we're seeing a bunch of people get into sticky situations in the last week or so, Matrixx.
This is a shout out to Shady. Look at these memes that this guy, the Patriot 14474, is doing. I mean, my gosh.
Beautiful. They're beautiful.
Thank you. And that is from July 4th, and we just kind of Matrixxized it. Thank you very much. All right, so that I believe is a Q proof. I mean, and we were going to have to look out for the CIA people as well. All right, so this is Q post 3394 right here. Remember, my drops are one off, and we're going to get that fixed. Don't worry. And this is a link to the CNBC 2019. Joe Biden releases tax returns during his Democratic Democratic primary. 15 million plus more personally declared. What an amazing coincidence. Think yesterday's drop. Disguised under book deals, Shady? What do you think?
I think that somebody's got some splaining to do.
Biden, you got some splaining to do. We're having fun, aren't we? All right, so there you go. Biden, fraud. All right, so this is worth remembering. And this is one of Shady's favorite drops because this is an actual executive order on Shady's birthday. Queued up
That's
says,
going to take down
Q
human
Army.
rights abuses and corruption.
Queued up says, we are Q Army, united, not divided. Where we go, when we go all. I'm sorry for stepping on you, Shady. But yeah, what is this executive order, right? Look at this, right? So.
For all crimes against humanity.
Yes, human rights abuse or corruption. Serious human rights abuse. Wow. Or corruption. That covers a lot. And all of these monies go into the Treasury, okay? That's your piggy bank. That's my piggy bank. That's not Donald Trump's piggy bank. That's not George Soros's piggy bank. That's not Hillary Clinton's piggy bank. Whose piggy bank is it?
It is we the people.
We the people. Bam.
And that's what, that is what is going to be a different experience for America to understand. We have been, look at your debt. Look at your 20 trillion in debt that they're talking about. And then now they're getting ready to attack Trump, by the way, here real soon on the debt escalating and them trying to adjust the ceiling. But look at the 20 trillion. And then, guys, look at, we've been digging through this for over a year and a half now, all the slush funds. And if you add up all the slush funds and all the money that's given away, think about that for a second. Like, how much money has been given away? We have offshored our wealth. The president has said, I want to make America wealthy again. This is what he's talking about. We can take down corruption and then seize the assets, put them back under the control of the Treasury. We believe that is what's happening, and we believe the people that are the most guilty of human rights abuse and corruption are the ones who have stolen everything from us for over 100 years on our system that was functioning outside of a central banking structure for 100 years before that.
That's right.
And then that's got to be the lead-in, right? That has to be the lead-in. The Fed is this. This is what it all boils down to. Fed, CIA, social media, deep state is deep state is deep state. It's all the same, and they're all corrupt, and they're all part of this cabal.
Absolutely, dude. And somebody just asked if we would have Roseanne on. Absolutely. Roseanne does follow.
A heartbeat.
Roseanne does follow intheMatrixxx. Roseanne, I went to her defense against... what's her name? The one that she said looked like Planet of the Apes.
Jarrett.
Yeah, Valerie Jarrett, who actually does have a hairstyle that looks like it is from the Planet of the Apes. She is a comedian. She's allowed to be funny, isn't she?
Well, we used to be allowed to be funny, but now being funny is a very tricky business, my friend. A lot of comedians out there learning that.
And I went to Roseanne's defense when she called, the Soros, Hillary Clinton called Hillary Clinton, what's her name? The daughter, Chelsea Clinton, out. So, boom. All right, so let's go to the next Q post. This is 3396 regarding BC-RC Epstein plane pic. Did the FBI DOJ interview RC? When did public awareness grow across social media? Classified 1 to 99. What age is RC in the picture? Under the age of 18? 15 in Killbox. Who posted the picture? RC? Who posted the internal security cam pics? Temple. Instagram. And we know that Rachel Chandler did that. Untouchable mindset by all involved. Blackmail? Power? Top-down protection? Plane plus Temple plus XYZ pics equal witness? Ooh. Witness plus class to 199? 1 to 199? 1 to 9. Why did RC form modeling talent agency? Why was RC Epstein and the M Temple highlighted in the past? Dark to light. These people are sick. Q.
Not going to be able to hide much longer, my friend. No. Are they?
Now,
I mean, they've already done modifications, but we already have all the information, guys. It doesn't really matter.
That's right. We got it all. And here is the Rachel Channel pics. So after this post, I wanted to drop the pics because we've dug on this before, Shady, right?
Yes, we have. Over a year ago.
And, Shady, I got a question for you.
Give it to me. I'll do the best I can.
What are shovels used for?
Digging.
Or do you think they could be used for something else, Shady?
You think so?
Like playing a frickin' kick butt song. What do you think, huh? Boom, Shady. Because we be digging. We're digging.
That is better than digging.
We're rocking.
That is getting it.
We're rocking. We're digging. Can you dig it?
I got it. Get one of those shovels, buddy.
That's
called a bowling tool.
And I'd like to thank Vince Mindfreak for this video, because we're digging, guys, and I'm digging it. Are you guys digging this or what? All right, so this is how we dig. We put on some digging music, we get our shovels out, and we crank it up. three-string shovel guitar, man.
That is unbelievable.
And I will drop that in there for you. Go over there and tell our three-string guitar brother in Diggin that we said hello. The Matrixxx Groove Hour says hello, and that is an awesome. I love it, man. So yes, again, I'd like to thank at Vince Mindfreak on Twitter. He said he couldn't resist.
Oh
right.
my goodness, that is amazing.
So shovels can be used for a lot of
things.
things.
Excuse me while I play my fretless shovel.
I love it.
It's awesome. Oh my God, I love it.
Digging. All right, so this is Ray Chandler. We're proving to you after Q posted that, who posted the picture, blah, 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 blah. Ray Chandler did, and this is it. And, you notice the different channels in here. These are, looking down, the gatekeeper. Somebody says QAnon is sick. Yes, he is. He's sick for you guys. You guys are going to throw up. And then there's this picture right here, Ray Chandler. I'm 14 here, she says. And who is that? P. Diddy? Mm-hmm. And some other dude looking at her. She's 14 right there, guys. All right. Prime age, says Takun Penchikul. Here's Ray Chandler at 17 or 16 with Eminem, who does a lot of great songs about the president and mind control glitches on NFL halftime shows. Interesting, huh?
Class 9 hater.
Well, there she is there at 15 years old. There she is. So,
and I think the part of this with the Q post is the arrogance. We're displaying what their arrogance is, how they think you're sheep, they think you're asleep, and they are not afraid of you until recently.
That's right. And
because look, that all this stuff is open source. This is not stuff that we didn't have to go hack Ray Chandler's phone to find this information. It's on Instagram, guys. This is that's the reason for Q was to get us to get this information before it was exposed and they start taking it down, knowing that we have it all stored offline.
Absolutely. And again, we do need, Michelle Gale Media says, yikes, we need some laughter during unbelievable and hard digs. Thanks for lightening up our way at Matrixxx and Shady. That's why we do kind of have a little bit of a sense of humor, because this is deep, dark stuff. And this is
it's the only way I know to combat it, man. It's the only way I know to stay in the positive reality. You and I both trying to help people and tell people what's really going on in the world. We're always viewed as doom and gloom type information from normal people. Like, that's the way I've been. It's like, I'm not trying to tell you things are awful, I'm just trying to tell you things are mismanaged, and that kind of gets lost there. So us being able to bring humor to this conversation is really important to both him and I, simply because of that. It helps us focus, it helps us stay the course, and it also helps us unite on a different level.
It does. And okay, so remember, we just showed you this Kid Love Productions and a clip from the movie, right? This is Q Post 3397, and well said, Shady, because and don't forget the armor of God, guys, because this is some serious dark stuff. So now we got Q linking us to Bill Maher. No joke.
Not a pool cue.
No joke and or reference regarding Epstein. No attempt to connect back to POTUS. Silence. Hunted. Q. Hey guys, I beat the AI and here's proof. Haha, there you go. Ben Davis Jr. Thank you, sir. This is the Kid Love production. Again, this was 24 February 2019. Those who are the loudest. Q. All right, so that's what we've got. That was the picture within the Q post. Then we've got this. Not so funny now, is it? Not so funny now, is it, Bill Maher? Not so
definitely not going to. I bet he's not going to be doing more Q montages on his show.
No. And here is we played this just the other day too. Remember this, Shady?
We did, yeah.
And because it's worth remembering. You guys, you see how Q keeps saying worth remembering, guys? We are going back through old Q drops because it is worth remembering. It's worth digging up again. It's worth knowing so we can understand what's going on, okay? Because we have it all. Q has posted a lot, and here we are. digging stuff up, worth remembering. We've brought up the executive order as well, if you recall. Let's just play this little piece right here, Shady. Not funny now, is it, Bill?
I am you.
Oh, it feels so good to finally be myself. A computer whiz in a hoodie. My entire life has been a sham that gave me the perfect cover to be your source for what's really happening in America. The drugs, the atheism, the stuff at the Playboy Mansion. I did that to throw everybody off the scent. I'm actually a Presbyterian who goes to church every Sunday with my wife and our homeschooled twins, Margaret and Thatcher. The pot I smoke is oregano, and the jokes in my monologue are actually coded messages. Except for the ones about Chris Christie being fat. Those I just like to tell. So,
laugh track.
Now that you real Americans know the truth, I, Q, need your help to make America great again. Keep posting your memes, keep believing everything Trump tells you.
We
and
will.
Above all, on Tuesday, November 6th, stay at home.
Didn't happen, did it? Shady, what do you think, huh? Is this funny stuff?
That didn't work.
Yeah, didn't work, did it?
Nope.
Here's the Google bias that we talked about. Oh, this is the court case in regarding Flynn. It was FARA. The United States at this point has not presented or proffered evidence sufficient to establish by a precedence of evidence of a conspiracy for the purpose of admitting against the defendant the hearsay statements of alleged co-conspirators. Very interesting stuff. Notably absent from the government's proffer is any evidence from Michael Flynn, who, as discussed above, has admitted that he made certain false statements in the FARA filing that was object of one prong of the charged conspiracy, and has entered into cooperation agreement with the United States that extends to this prosecution. Okay? And if the mods could just go ahead and put the Michael Flynn Defense Fund link in there, that would be awesome. Thank you, mods. Similarly, the FARA statement and related filings do not reflect the existence of the alleged conspiracy to act as undisclosed Turkish agents, or to cause filing for a false FARA statement. Okay? Knowing, right? Didn't know. Pending further order by the court, the United States may not argue or state to the jury that Turkey, in fact, funded the work by the Flynn Intel Group, or FIG, under the contractual arrangement between FIG and Innovo BV. And the motion to preclude argument on Turkey funding is granted, provided. However, the jury may be told in opening statement that there was evidence showing concern that Rafikian was told about Turkey's involvement. So just excellent news. This is all good news for General Flynn.
Yeah, it's really good news, Matrixxx, and it's kind of it's kind of maybe harder for people to understand what's going on here. But just to condense this real quick, the FARA filings that he had to do compared to the normal FARA filings that most people have to do were different. They somehow went after and added all of this really confusing stuff to this paperwork for the general to fill out. And so from what I'm understanding, it looks like Powell has discovered that his previous attorneys worked with the prosecutors to get him to sign on to stuff that was outside the purview of his interest, obviously, and that the FARA stuff that he was supposed to fill out before was actually not the normal paperwork. It was some paperwork that the whole investigation team and the Obama administration were throwing at him to attempt to trip him up so they could get him into a court case and get a gag order on him and shut him up.
Melissa, Roseanne Barr doesn't need your defense. Okay. Whatever, dude. So anyways, Roseanne Barr is a patriot. I will have her on our show if she's more than welcome. I would love to have her.
I'm not sure why someone would have a problem with Roseanne, guys, but Roseanne is a patriot and is in line with Q and has said lots of positive stuff about the president and what we're doing here. So she's on our team, and if she were to be available to come on and join us here, we would be more than happy to have her.
And Roseanne actually DM'd me and asked for my defense, Melissa. So there you go. Okay. All right. You're welcome. Okay. So she also lost her job that day, if you recall. All right. So let's move on, Shady. That was a good, summarization of General Flynn. Please make sure you get over to the Mike Flynn Defense Fund.org. We have been thanked by Joseph Flynn that we have actually made a difference. And it's because of you guys out there. You guys out there have donated, and many others. So, we have General Flynn. We've got, JT Wild, who just had a song in regards to General Flynn. And, let me just see, man, my computer is actually being kind of slow. Hang on one second. Let me go over here. But I think maybe we'll play that in the next break. We're going to play the General Flynn song that our own JT Wild has done for us. Now, this is Q Post 3399. Welcome to Epstein Island. Ask yourself, is this normal? What does a temple typically symbolize? What does an owl symbolize? Dark religion? Moloch? Tunnels underneath? How many channels captured on RC's pic? Rooms indicate size. Hallways shown? Classified 1 to 99. Symbolism will be their downfall. These people are evil. Q. And this is the video that Q gave us. Let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Giving you a nice look at the island.
Look at the chairs there by the mountains. Anons are noticing that it looks like the doors are painted on. Anons are also noticing that the doors are kind of painted onto that temple. Also, right here in the picture, you can see where it says 113 right there where that picture is, right where I have the picture. Look at the water when I take this down. It looks like it's dug deeper, like a channel. Could be another hole down here, another entry, maybe submarine. So the Anons are doing some major digging on this island, guys. Stay tuned. Okay.
And it's not just that island either. We're just focusing on that island because it's the temple. I think the Q has alluded to that there is a lot more of this. This is the start, guys. This is the start.
And we started our show off with that. It's amazing. Here's Q Post 3400. Do you believe in coincidence? And here is the Flynn news coming, and this is Michael Flynn changes his story, putting him on collision course with the judge. That was July 9th. And this post was July 8th. Remember, Flynn news coming is July 8th. And on July 9th at 10:27 p.m., breaking, judge slams government argument that Michael Flynn is co-conspirator in former partner's trial. And then on the 9th, Flynn news coming, Donald J. Trump tweeted Flynn news. I don't believe in coincidences. Do you guys believe in coincidence anymore?
They don't. No, they've lost all hope to believe in a coincidence at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so have I. It is a well-structured, organized plan here, and there's not been an ounce of relief against the cabal since this started. Really, I mean, we have been peppering them for a year and a half now, and the weakening is really apparent at this point.
The weakening is apparent. Absolutely, very well said. This is, again, we tweeted the pics out, because I wanted to answer some questions. Somebody's answering Q's questions, 16 channels, 4x4. Note 2013 on the bottom, date, important, Q. And you can see it. It's right at the bottom. It says 2013/07 right there, guys. Okay. Deplorable Isles, thank you so much, Illis. Thank you. So then there's this, I see at least 3 staircases. Degree of incline indicate depth. It looks like that the incline is actually about 33 degrees, guys. So we're Anons are digging on it. They're, we're still working on all this stuff. Amazing stuff. And then Q says, Anons are now matching the date of the pic with the cams and comparing the flight logs. The flight log, guys. The flight log. So we need the flight log from 2013, July. All right. Now, I've got here in the tweet some flight logs from 2005, but it is important to see who is in here. There's 2 PDFs attached to here if you guys want to go in there, but look at the people that have been here, okay? I think it's important to show you that they thought you would follow the stars, guys. Look at this. Doug Band, Lisa Summers, Woody Allen, Chris Tucker, Kevin Spacey, Bill Clinton, Ghislaine Maxwell. I mean, just look at some of the names here, guys.
Bill Murray, Bill Hammond.
Look at the names. Colombia, Andres Pastrana, Colombia. Here's some more. You guys recognize anybody on there? Just pretty sick, isn't it? What do you think? Very, very, very sick. There's Alan Dershowitz. Welcome aboard, Alan. All right, so that's some interesting stuff. Now, this is a good anon here. I like how they did this. Q says regarding BC's Epstein's plane pick, Epstein's plane or Ron Burke's plane. We've got the Gawker. I put all the links in here as well. This is the web archive to answer that question. And I will go to it real quick. Jay-Z, thank you. Wow. This is something in the air. This is, we use the archive a lot. Archive machine. It's archive.is if you guys ever want to go. But here is the picture. Ron Burkle's private plane. Insert your own Lecherius jokes here. All right. So we found that it's Air Burkle. Something special is in the air. All right. Did the FBI DOJ interview RC? It's a good question, but I'm thinking that maybe that they did, right? When did public awareness grow across social media? When you posted the first RC drops in April of 18, class 1 through 99. 2 is occult worship of evil temple. And remember Q post 3050. Let's go to that. Let me go to that. Q post 3050. Right here. You remember this? We actually looked at this not long ago. This is not just about sex trafficking. 1. Will the rich and powerful influence the court to prevent the unsealing? Tale of 2. 1. A sex resort, non-temple resort only, trafficked and drugged underage girls. 2. Occult worship of evil, temple, class 1 to 99. Haiti. Pray for the victims. Q.
Unfortunately, I think that class 1 through 99 might mean multiple locations around the globe.
or people. I mean, it could be.
Yeah,
people.
I mean, I think it could be people as well, but I don't know. Sometimes the context makes me think it's locations.
Yeah, it very, very well could be. Very well could be. What age is RC in the picture? Under the age of 18, 15, according to Gawker, 19. But according to Ray Chandler's own admission on the Instagram photo, he said she was 17 or 16. Or no, excuse me, 15, excuse me. Or the New York Times was lying. Who posted internal security cam pics of the temple? You know, Rachel Chandler did in 2013. Untouchable mindset by all involved. Blackmail, power, top-down protection, all of the above. Plain temple plus XYZ pics equal witness. Witness plus class to 199, 1 to 99. Most likely. Why did RC start and form a modeling talent agency? To procure new talent to feed the beasts? Why was RC Epstein and the M Temple highlighted in the past? To prep the public for what is about to be revealed. Dark to light. These people are sick indeed. QAnon says the Democrats are going down. Boom. That's right, baby blue eyes. That is absolutely right. So I thought that was a very good post. These remind me of the brilliant Anon that used to post on the Chans a long time ago. Looks like we're getting some Anons back, thankfully, because the boards have been crazy, let me tell you. This was me last night, night shift. You know, I work pretty much 24/7 on this stuff, and there's a flashback to Q487. Could you sleep if you knew the truth about everything? Q. And the night shift is that way. And here we are. That was last night. Now, looking at this, follow the date. This is another Q post, 3404. And again, remember, I'm one off, right? And we'll get that fixed. But July 19, the Real Time with Bill Maher, HBO, the World Youth Day for the Catholic Church. I mean, this is a big jamboree. Look at that. And this is a quote. This is where all the kids in the world get together with priests. What could go wrong? End quote from Real Time. Bill Maher. Follow the date. One example, no coincidences. And if you realize that 7/2013 goes with the picture of the cameras, guys. Think about that.
And this date.
And this date. The date goes with the camera. Exactly. I also have a tweetable one if you want to share that. I just took a lot of the text from the YouTube video. I also have the YouTube video connected here if you guys want to tweet that out and show to your friends instead of going all the way over to YouTube. Also, last night, Hannity confirms the Steele interview by IG in June for 16 hours and confirms IG report is delayed due to the Steele interview and the last-minute cooperating witnesses. Rats.
Definitely rats.
And we showed you this Q proof here. Then Shady tweeted this out yesterday, and JT Wild made this meme. I thought it was very cool. I added to it. I added the executive order because it's worth remembering. This is a JP Morgan owned vessel. Now, we know the Morgan family. Vanderbilt was a Morgan, just so you know. Also, JP Morgan leased all of his, he's a trustee for the Pacers. So worth remembering, planned 1 + 1 = 2. This could go into our piggy bank, guys. You see? What do you think, Shady?
Well, I think a couple of things, man. One thing I'd like to say real quick is that this being confiscated, this being found was not the first one. There's a few now that within the last month that have been located. Massive amounts of narcotics in normal shipping lanes on regular shipping containers connected to the global trade of goods and services and commodities. So this is what is going on. This is how they have been inundating us with narcotics from South America, from around the world for decades. This is how they've decimated our society. This is how they've turned us on each other. This is how they've broken up families. This is how they've separated people from people that they love by inundating us with all of this stuff. And I'm just going to say, from the current trends, guys, looks like America is drying out. A lot of the narcotics and the drugs that we have known for years that come into America come in on drug trade routes that have been established for over 100 years. We can track the Bronfmans and their drug trade back prior to the 1900s. I mean, this is no joke, guys. The CIA bringing all the drugs into America, no joke. This is what's been going on. What you're seeing with stuff like this is, in my opinion, the Department of Justice and the president speaking to you and saying, we are busy. We're working on it. This is amazing, Matrixx, because, I mean, just think about the amount of, just this alone, I mean, the amount of material that is on a vessel owned by the J.P. Morgan and the Mediterranean, I can't remember the name of the company, but, normal shipping lanes here is what we're talking about. And you're going to see a whole lot more of this in the coming months, my friend. I'm just telling you, there is a lot of this that goes on. Anons around the world had figured this out a long time ago and knew that they were doing this stuff. And now you're actually seeing somebody do something about it. And that's amazing.
Shady, they just got my private stash. That was for me.
Yeah, I know. And by the way you look, Bill, you could take it easy on it for a minute.
I don't know, Shady. I don't know if I can do it.
Tell me you just like the way it smells.
I hate cocaine. I just love the way it smells. I'll tell you that, Shady, right now. All right. Bill, get back in the closet. Jeez. All right. Is that a 7 in the CCTV cameras? Again, this is the Anons digging last night. You'll notice it says 2013 and a 7. Pretty interesting. Okay. So it looks like Q used this website for the post in Q3404. Excuse me very much. This is a Catholic League for Religious and Civil Rights. Very interesting. This is look at all these people here. I mean, there's a lot of people, but it looks like Louis C.K., David Letterman, Bob Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein, NPR news chief Michael Oreskes. Look at this, guys. Charlie Rose. Leon Weistetler. Look at this, guys. U.S. Rep. John Conyers. Matt Damon.
Soon it will be known
Alec
how many
Baldwin.
work for the cult.
Sarah Silverstein.
Sarah Silverman.
Bill Maher. Look at them all, Shady. Look at all the Bill Mahers. Jeez. Chelsea Handler. Howard Stern. Seth MacFarlane. Whoopi. Rosie O'Donnell.
Lots of loud voices on this list,
Harvey
Matrixx.
Weinstein. Martin
Jane Fonda.
Scorsese. Yep. Stephen Frears. Terry Zigwoff. John Landis. Wow. Woody Allen. Imagine that. Pedro Alma. Oh, that's Pedro. I'm sorry. Costa Gavras. But the list goes on and on. But this is where Q got that from. Baba Wawa. We called her Baba Wawa because she used to have a speech impediment, for those that remember. Joy Behar. Ooh. Cokie Roberts. Bill and Hillary Clinton. Imagine that. All right. Cuomo. So this is where Q got that. Brilliant Anons figured that out. I thought I'd share that with you. And then what are shovels used for, Shady?
Digging.
That's absolutely right. And guys, with that, let's go to JT Wild. Field of Fight. Hang on one second, mods. I'm having some computer issues. I'm not able. There we go. Here we go.
There it is.
It's coming.
Bring it.
Here it comes. This
Countdown.
stream is being attacked. JT Wild. This is called The Field of Fight. And mods, please go ahead and post the Michael Flynn Defense Fund again. Give $1 today, Patriots. Look at this. Look what's happening. Okay, here we go.
Goes out to General Flynn, the Q Army, and everybody that's donated to the Mike Flynn Defense Fund and bought the book Field of Fight. This is called Field of Fight. Looking across the desert, stone, dust, and blood, praying for an answer to the good Lord up above. How can just one man be the shelter from the storm, knowing that the real war is only had just begun. Well, he's a soldier with a heart of stone. He dreams of finally coming home. A warrior with an eagle's might. He runs across the desert night and he lays his own body down in this field of fight. Fall without a question will be redeemed. Their sacrifice will not be in vain. 'Cause the man that led them strong, he still remains. Tell his soldier story, make it right again. Well, he's a soldier with a heart of stone, dreams of finally coming home. Warrior with an eagle's might. He runs across the desert night and he lays his own body down on this field of fight. Yeah, this field of fight. And after 33 years of kicking, gnashing, taking flames, he's looking at a country that he helped save. He's a soldier with a heart of gold. Now he's finally coming home. A hero with a general's might. He surfs across the ocean night and he laid his own body down on that field of fight. A field of fight, yeah. Yeah, we all lay our bodies down on this field of fight.
JT
Wild.
Wild.
We go wild. JT Wild.
Well, there I am.
Much love, brother.
Much love, JT Wild. The Field of Fight song, dedication to the Q Army and our general, Michael Flynn. Wow, thank you very much, JT. And that interesting story about this real quick, guys. That was filmed in Washington State, where Shady, myself, JT, Vega was there. Amazing. We had a great time. And after this was filmed, I actually filmed it. And I made JT green because I am the Matrix and I like JT green. And Shady and JT were down by the, I was up above. And I really got to tell you guys this because he talks about eagle in this song. And Jay Vega said, hey, look, right there, look at those birds. And then all of a sudden, two beautiful male bald eagles come flying right above JT and Shady. And right behind them are two beautiful female bald eagles. It was the most amazing sight, guys. It's giving me chills just thinking about it. And, you know, again, we've gotten some major thanks from the Flynn family. Joseph Flynn said that we have made an impact and you have made an impact. So thank you very much for standing up for retired Lieutenant General Michael Flynn. Thank you, Flynn family. Thank you very, very much. Shady.
Now, the sacrifice that was made by him and his family cannot be overstated, and we continue to try to make sure we're clearly communicating to you guys that Matrixxx and I would not be here talking about Q proofs and Q drops, I don't think, without the maneuvers and the patriotism of this gentleman. So anything that you guys can do out there to help him, I think that we have at this point estimated, I mean, we've gotten word that his legal bills are over $5 million now, and he's just had to re-up different attorneys. So anything that anyone can do out there is much, much appreciated by the Flynn family, and thanks everyone so much. And thanks, JT, for, again, lending your voice to this movement, man. And I mean, this guy, JT Wild, is something amazing, Matrixxx. He is something. We're going to have to keep this guy close and make sure we work in tandem with him, because I really love him, and his spirit and patriotism is can't be overstated as well.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you could see, but I am being attacked big time right now on this stream. My computer just froze up. I hope you guys are seeing this. I don't see you guys live. But with that, we're probably going to go ahead and get on out of here. I think we've covered everything that we needed to. For now, we've got 3 new Q posts. Hopefully some more are coming. Shady.
Matrixxx, I don't know where you went. I don't see you there. I see part of the picture, but the widescreen. JT's out there. Everyone, thanks for coming to the show today. Now you're back up there for the main screen. We have we have been discussing some unbelievable stuff, and I'm just going to let you guys know that the things that we're going to be discussing in the future are going to be tough to deal with. As per the Q post today at the top of the hour, the information that we're bringing is not going to be for everyone. And so just recognize when you're red pilling to start with the surface level stuff and work your way into the more sensational realities that we're dealing with, because it is disturbing, it is disgusting.
I gotta run, dude.
And it's more than you know. So you guys, we're getting ready to jump out of here, Matrixxx. Let's do it.
Yep, we're having some major problems here on my end. I got to end this show. Sorry for cutting you off short, guys.
It's all good.
This is the Matrixxx Groove Hour. We will be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, youtube.com/c/intheMatrixxx with 3 X's. Wow, I am frozen, guys. We'll see you later. And peace out, guys. Here we go with the outro. They don't like it.